it's me, and it's Mask Monday. So get out your masks. Let's get ready to mask up with the Beauty Ninjas. Okay, this week I am using, I had a mask gift set. I already used the green one. This is from Gracie Lou Bargain Guru. And if you don't know Gracie, you need to go look her up. I will tag her anyways, somehow. And the thing is, Gracie is like, she's all about the bargains now. She is the bargain guru. So if you want to know where the good stuff is, where like a normal person can afford it, you need to go and watch Gracie Lou. I love that name, Gracie Lou Bargain Guru. I think that is the coolest thing. Anyways, Gracie, thank you. I believe I got these in a giveaway. I could be mistaken. It might have been friend mail because, you know, I love Gracie. And so this is the Peach Bellini Hydrating Sheet Mask with Hyaluronic Acid Ceramides. Yeah, tried to say that too quick. Ceramides and Orange Blossom. Oh, and it smells, it has a nice fragrance, like not overpowering, but just lovely. So I'm going to put this mask on, and we're going to be back with a bit of the Bible. I think we're on chapter 36 in Genesis. I know it's taken a long time just to get through Genesis, but you know, it's a whole book. Like the Bible isn't one book. It's a whole lot of books all in one book. So we're reading the Genesis book first, because where else would you start? I'll be right back. Wow, so you know, the unfolding of the mask, like the struggle is real. I'm sure anyone that has used a sheet mask on a regular basis can relate. So let's get into our Bible. This is the King James Version, and we are on page 36. Interesting. And chapter 36. So, whew, my little bookmarker out, and my glasses are like dirty. Alright, now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Okay, why did things like that not make sense to me? Esau is the brother of Jacob, and they are the sons of Isaac. Okay, we're having no cooperation here. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan. Ada, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, yeah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zeboan the Hivite. Okay, these are what my mother would call the begats. She was Catholic and went to a Catholic school, and she told me she had to like memorize all that. I'm not gonna do that, at least not right now. Leave it to say that so far I've got Esau had the two wives And they've had a few sons and daughters. The wives were Canaanite, and they were born into the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all of his beasts and all of his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob. For their riches were more than they might dwell together. For their riches were more than they might dwell together, and the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Okay, if you're ever had livestock, that will make complete sense. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Interesting. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edom, and he is the father of the Edomites in the Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, Ruel, Timon, Omar, Zapho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnah was a concubine to Esau's son, and she bore Amulek, and these were the sons of Ada, Esau's wife. Wow, okay, and that was chapter 36. Is just really a lot of generations. I think we just went through like 4 generations there. And that was Esau, Jacob's brother. Okay, Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. There are generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. The lad was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, but his father's wives, and Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all of his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him, and could not speak peaceably unto him. And that would be kind of racism, bigotry. Maybe not racism, but definitely bigotry. Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. Listen to me. Let me tell you about this. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright, and behold, your sheaths stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheath. And his brethren said unto him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us? Or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams. Seriously, for his dreams and for his words. He dreamed yet another, and told it to his brothers, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. And he told it to his father and to his brothers. His father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brothers indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee on the earth? And his brothers envied him. But his father observed the saying. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shittim. And Israel said unto Joseph, and remember, what was his name? Isaac became Israel? No, Jacob became Israel. Okay. Do not thy brethren feed the flock? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here I am. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it will be well with thy brothers, and well with thy flocks. Bring me word again. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brothers. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dathan. And Joseph went after his brothers and found them in Dathan. And when he saw them afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. And they said to one another, Behold, the dreamer comes. And now therefore, let us slay him, and cast him into some pit. We will say some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams. But Reuben heard it. And he delivered him out of their hands, and said, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, when Joseph came to his brothers, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him, and they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty, and there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels, bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him. Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. And then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned unto his brothers, and said, The child is not, and I, where shall I go? And they took Joseph's coat, and killed a kid of the goats, dipped the coat in the blood, and they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, This have we found. I know now. This have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it and said, It is my son's coat. An evil beast has devoured him. Joseph is without a doubt rent into pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes and put sackcloth upon his loins and mourned his son for many days. These are not good brothers. And for all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. He said, For I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt, unto Potiphar, an officer of the Pharaoh. The glasses are not staying up. And captain of the guard, an officer of the Pharaoh and captain of the guard, whose name was Potiphar. Okay, and we are at chapter 38. I think that's enough. We, managed to get out of the begats, because, wow. Which was all about Esau, who was Jacob's brother. Jacob had a bunch of children, and he had the seven. I mean, we know he had Dinah was a daughter, because there's a whole chapter about her. But then he had the 7 sons with the one, and then Rebecca had Joseph. Oh Lord, I'm losing my mind. Anyways, so Joseph. So the brothers just hated him because the father loved him so much. So there's a lesson, Try not to be, favoritism with your children, because it will affect them, and maybe not the way that you would like it to. They actually plotted to kill him, to slay him. But a couple of them were like, Reuben, and I can't remember the other one, was like, yeah, he's our brother. I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't actually, kill him. But, then they got the great idea to, well, if we're not going to kill him, then let's sell him. We'll get rid of him somehow. I'm tired of this. He's always a favorite. Now he's having these dreams where we're going to be, bowing to him. Are you kidding me? So they sell him, and he's now in Egypt, and he has been sold to a captain of the Pharaoh. So next week we'll learn more about that, I'm pretty certain. But, this is a lovely mask. I'm having a real nice time with it. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. You know what? I didn't even look at my timer, so I have no idea how much time has gone by. But it feels good, so we're going to just kind of go with that. Whew. I do believe that this is a mask that can be had at, TJ Maxx. Whew. I don't waste any of it. My knees and my elbows, and then that spot, behind your knee, that kind of gets sometimes dry or chafed. Always a good spot for, a little extra moisturizer. There's some itching going on. It's just dry. It's just dry. My skin is just complaining all the time. So this was Peach Bellini, and it's made by Spathcart Hydrating Sheet Mask. So there it is. There's there's a lot of extra in there, so we're definitely going to have a fun time with that. And guys, Until the next time, God bless you, and I hope you wake up dancing. Wake up dancing. Ba-boom, boom. Wake up dancing every single day. Bye-bye.